Hi, I'm Dr. Ramya Sampath, consultant psychiatrist at the Capstone Clinic. Today we are going to discuss about how can I find out whether I am stressed or not, and what are the basic tips that I can follow to handle my stress levels. So, what is stress? How can I conceptualize it? So, it is basically, if you just imagine or conceptualize a balance where you have your overwhelming challenges on one side and your strength, your coping skills, your support system on the other side, how much of it is like weighing more? So stress is only a perception that a person feels when their challenges are exceeding their resources. So we need to understand it's a very subjective phenomena. Somebody can look at us and say, you have achieved everything that I am aspiring for, then why are you even stressed? But we need to understand that stress is a very subjective feel and it is not a purely objective thing like how we demonstrate a fracture or a blood report where your sugar levels are high. So how do I understand whether I am feeling stressed or not? So the manifestations of stress can vary from individual to individual. For some it can be just cognitive. Doctor, I am having some trouble thinking clearly. I can't take the right decisions in my life. I feel my speed of thinking has slowed down of late. So these can be some symptoms of stress. For some, it can be behavioral issues, like for example, a teenager snapping out at the trivial of stressors, anger dysregulation, mood swings, which are very common in women. Or it can even be a constant low mood, crying spell, an overwhelming sense of loneliness. It can be emotional. For some, it can be behavioral. They can resort to unhealthy coping skills. For example, overusing gadget as a means of coping up with their stress. Or some substances like smoking, alcohol and the like. For some, it can be very physical manifestation of stress. For example, they can say a constant headache or a constant low backache, but all the investigations including an MRI brain or an MRI spine reveals there is no significant organic cause for the pain. Lot of times, stress can manifest as bodily complaints. For example, stress-induced acidity is a very common clinical scenario. Stress-induced insomnia, or I have slept enough but I don't feel fresh in the morning. I feel very drained out to start my day. So all these things can be just manifestations of stress. So how can we handle any of these? The only solution is to manage the stress levels in our life more appropriately. What are some of the basic things that we can take care of? One is physical activity. A simple physical activity in sunlight for at least 20 minutes can work wonders. It can boost your endorphin and serotonin levels in your brain because mind is only a function of your brain. So if you can do a basic physical activity, it can help to bring down your cortisol levels or your stress hormone levels in the system. Or it can be some kind of a healthy coping skill. For example, for some people reading a book or having some personal time to do the things that they like, whatever is their passion, an art or craft or music. So these things can be real-time stress busters. One another important stress buster is social connectedness. So we need to really think that what is that one determinant which can always be a protective factor for the stress in my life. And a lot of psychological studies have proved that it is real-time social connectedness. Social connectedness doesn't mean the number of likes you get on a social media or the number of followers you have, but it essentially means 2 or 3 trustworthy people to whom you can vent out your stressors. So feeling socially connected can be a very big stress buster. So beyond these, if somebody is feeling overtly stressed, we are always here to help you out. So mental health is essentially a part of your overall health. WHO defines health as physical health, psychological health and social well-being. So we need to prioritize our mental health. So keep your mental health your priority and accordingly we are always there to help you out. Thank you. Hope this video is helpful. Thank you again.